My decisions are my decisions, regardless of uh, who it may be involved with stuff like that. Um, it all boils down to giving people a chance and sending them factual information, but when they refuse to adhere to it and want to continue in arguing, and it's time to make the only choice left to do as commanded. You can see it in 1 Corinthians 5 and 13 when it tells that if you are who if one is approached with someone who's anti-godly in their ways and everything, just put from yourself the wicked person. That's all we really can do. You don't need to just go out of your way to do that, because to actually put people out of your life, you'd have to take a rocket ship off the planet. But when you've done all you can do, try to reason with people. You've done all you can do. And last month and a half, I suppose, I've welcomed putting more than one person out of my life. People seem to think that the road to this all is a lonely one. It's not. There is a peace there. I read a story one time about a lady who solved, they say, may have solved the thought on why dogs, if you watch dogs that go out lay in the yard or on the porch, something like that, and they just seem to be so bored laying there. But she said she was outside and she joined her dogs laying on the porches and on the ground and everything. She said it wasn't boredom at all. They were at peace, and that's all there is to it. And I've found that too. I have been open before about leaving, moving from my home place up there. There's a lot of troubles and moving to another area. We don't know anybody down here, and it's peaceful. We don't deal with drama and all this stuff. I mean, I know that stuff's going on around here, around us too. It's everywhere. It's not a localized thing. The Force think it is. So you have so many stereotypes about the South and the incest, things like that, because people think it's just a South thing. No, it's literally worldwide. Incest, it was something that was happening before the United States was even found. That was ridiculous. These people are foolish. And I know we know that stuff's going on here too, but we chose not to get out and get to know people. And there's a difference. And so that keeps an amount of peace. And that's what happens now, especially when you are part of things, and it starts going into tensions, and eventually there is uh, chaos ensues, bickering, fighting, stuff, things that you always see when people try to get along. They don't. History has shown this all through time. Uh, I've said this before on my channel and my videos. These people scream about getting education, but they don't even use the education they have completely. I mean, they'll say they're the ones like guns. They want to talk about guns killing people. People kill people all through time. Before the invention of gunpowder, they were killing people. Uh, there's always been wars and things like that, no matter what it was, whether it was uh, fighting over women or gold or territory or religion or whatever reason. The only common element ever, the only common factor there has ever been in all these wars has been humans. Nothing else is consistent. It's always something different, except one thing: humans not getting along all through time. We don't get along. We bicker and fight. Look right now. Look at the United States right now. Right now, it is, I think, September 23rd. Right now, there are officers shot in my home state of Louisville, Kentucky, over a situation involving some girl who opened fire on police, shot back, shot and killed by police justly. I think one police officer was charged, two were let go. The one officer was charged because of reckless firing of the gun. I think shot 10 rounds to an adjacent apartment where there's people in there, so that officer got charged. But there's a rule that the body cams and stuff like that reveal that the officers had to defend themselves. It was rifle, but you have people that are really pieces of crap that they're writing right now. And I say writing because it's not a protest. Protest is talking, peaceful talk. When it becomes escalated to the point of violence, that's no longer a protest, it is a riot. And that's all there is to it. And so we moved into an area where there's peace, stuff like that. People have never gotten along. It's all through history. They're not going to. When you mix people, they're going to fight. And I see it in my own race. They're certainly going to be that way when you start mixing other things, different races, different religious beliefs, everything. The whole ideology of love, that's all meant to put people together and create a constant society. Now, love and stuff is not there. It is not there. People are mad and hating. It's going on right now. Even people are sitting there telling me about this love and peace stuff, or sitting there ridiculing me and calling me names and everything else to my face on my own page. If they want to be anti-God and stuff like that on their own page, that's fine. When you come to my page, don't expect me to sit there and take it and read that stuff. I'm not going to. When I appeal to your sentiment and I return with facts and you still want to deny it, you're gone. That's it. When you criticize God and everything, I bit my lip, and it only takes so much. Put from yourself that wicked person, and that's what I did. It's a wise thing to do. You can talk to God about it when you meet Him. And that's the actions. It's much like what Godsmack said, I stand alone. I will never ever forget certain things. I'm certainly open to talking to some people still. If I told you to stay out of my life, that means you stay out of my life. I don't want nothing to do with you anymore. I'm saying out of yours, stay out of mine. But for other people out there, my door's still open in a kind manner. As I've unfortunately got to know some people, disappointments has come about, especially this recent attempts and situations when major controversy went down earlier this year. One person defended wholeheartedly. I mean, defended immensely, and now my attempts were fruitless. Now I've gone. I can't believe this stuff's going on. It's sad and it's disheartening, really is. But I have defended and defended and defended, but there's only one left now, and that's where that is. And the other one, I was much more hostile, much more quick. I'd already been angry anyway. Once I got the ridicule, bam, I blew up, and that escalated to other things. I was very, very mad for a while, and I went through stuff. Almost lost another friend in the process. Those are my own fault. Now I admit that was my own fault. But we have since discussed things, and I've salvaged that. I'm not hearing much from this person now, but they have had numerous big events in their lives. So even if I don't hear for a while, it's been ended on a good term, and blessings have been sent from both of us. That's a good thing. And that person, though, and we're complete opposites too. I'll go one side, and that person goes the other side, but still, that person, even a disagreement, will still say things like please and thank you. And if we disagree on something, even if this person has a different view on it, we'll still say, Bobby, thank you for making that point or whatever, or humbling me or whatever. Just even this person disagrees, we'll still be thankful that the point was made, so that person can see that point and have a better understanding of the opposing view. And they're still, even in disagreement, are kind and sincere and thankful. Some aren't, so they're hostile, like me. I know I'll say that myself. They're like me, and I just ain't gonna take it. That's how they do it. So, going on, moving toward a more out of the religious side into another area of my life, the K&D community. I'm not gone from it. I still communicate with some people. I'm going to say that from my perspective, from the people I have encountered, uh, it's not many. So don't hold your breath that I know everything and everybody. I don't. But I can tell y'all right now, there's very few that you can trust. Watch your backs. Now I say that only from the people I personally have had contact with. If you're somebody that knows what I'm talking about when I say KND, you may know other people I've never met, and I cannot speak for them. I do not know. But chances are, if you're in the KND, you probably know who I am, because I've been quite vocal, and quite a few big names in there know me and stuff like that. So chances are, if you know KND, you probably somehow associated me somewhere in there, because my videos have been out a little bit, been pretty far. I'm quite well known in that community. So, but it doesn't mean I know all the other people. So I was telling you to be careful, because some of the people I once formerly trusted don't anymore, and some of them are still there and still appreciative of them and things like that. Don't want to get that update. A lot of things going on. I'm going to be more quiet about things. I am no longer involved in group chats or anything. It's best for me because I have a temper. It's best for everybody. because I have a temper. I about really goofed up just a couple weeks ago, and so I'm going to try. Like I say, I'm welcome, to talk to people, but as far as going to group chats, because what happened was is some people can really stir the trouble, and I get brought into a group, and I've got a temper on me, and I see my friends in there that I like. I see them going through turmoil, and I get hot headed, and I lose it, and I go in there and make a video. It's like what I did when I made a video ranting, and that video rant on one particular brought in somebody else that I'd been mad at for a while anyway, who wanted to confront me about stuff, and I blew up on them and told them off where they can go to, and stuff like that, and pointed out their flaws and their own stories, and stuff like that. But everything kept building from there. More and more problems kept on going, upgrading, going, building, upgrading, going, and and eventually, in my rants, I managed to make a collage of things, combine it together against one individual. Made a mistake in my publishing. Uh, I'm still not figuring out how that one happened yet, but I did write the words and post it. It wasn't supposed to be quite that way. But somehow it ended up going public instead of private. Uh, and they ended up seeing it, and it was my fault, so I took responsibility. But like I said, we have talked and worked it out. So things are fine on that behalf. But anyway, because of that, because of my temper of losing it, and the kind of person that kind of gets fogged up, and I combine things together, different things into one thought, and push no into such risks, it's best I step back with. If there's going to be turmoil or no stuff like that, I don't need to be in that, because I end up right in the middle of it. I don't like drama, but I end up right in the middle of it every time. I end up right in the middle of it because I get mad and dang on it, and this ain't right. I need to be doing something else the Bible speaks, and I cannot tell you where that's at in there right now, but it tells you, to basically to be quiet. Something I wish I knew what it was, but to be quick to hear and quick to think and slow to speak. I can't remember exactly how it's worded nor where it's at, but it is in there, and that's what I need to do. I need to avoid that because I tend to not obey that particular command, just like many others I don't obey either. But no, that's a good enough reason for me to shy away and say no. I'm open, but I need to avoid things because of my own personal problems that I admit to, and like anybody else, I admit to. And that's the way it's going to be. I will be welcoming anybody, but I'm not going to be in the group chats, things like that. I won't be talking about Caitlin by any means, or will I be stopping making videos? Like I said 2 or 3 weeks ago when my friend was arrested. Boy, that was sad. That's something else that brought us stuff too, is my friend being arrested. Did I say interested? My friend being arrested due to drugs and things. Very sad. I forgot my point now. But yeah, I think it's James 1:19 through 27, somewhere around there. You can look up for yourself. I'm not going to read all that. But anyway, I will be available. I'll be making more videos, stuff like that. I will talk more about Caitlin in videos. My political side, politics, religion, stuff like that. But as far as groups, now if something big come up, I might. But as of right now, it's kind of like, hey, it seems like nobody gets along, and it's just disheartening. And they're all those that they get along with each other, but it's like, if they get along with each other, then it's against another group that they don't get along, and it's back and forth. And you find out so many things about so many people and so much stuff and things that you didn't think was true becomes true. I had to apologize to a YouTuber at the end of YouTube because it turns out it seemed like he was right about something. I personally apologize to the man. I made a video apologizing to the man publicly. That's what I do. When I'm wrong, I admit it. And like everybody else out there, I can admit when I'm wrong. And I'll bring it up and say, hey, I was wrong, and here's a video of me telling you I was wrong, and here's what I did, and this is why I was wrong. I don't see nobody else doing that. So anyway, I have more coming. Not tonight, and probably not any time soon. As far as Caitlin Nicole Davis goes, I have No news, nothing to update. If I say anything, it'll be the same old stuff over and over again. How many videos can I make saying, "Oh, that's so sad. I wish that didn't happen," and this person this and that person that, and blah blah blah. How many times can I say that? I can't. If there's new, something relevant that comes along, or something new I think of was, if I say, well, there's this, but as far as I don't really know much. I don't know what to say of what's going on. I don't have information to give. I did not know the girl. I know of that most other people do because of the internet. And then everybody's a freaking know-it-all, and you hear information that turns out to be not true, or something they say is not true turns out to be true, and over time I start forgetting what was what and who did what. There for a short time I forgot that a police officer or a detective was killed that was over the case, which I speculated for a while was, uh, and I still do, that's proof of something very very big, and Caitlin was somehow involved, more likely her mom, but Caitlin was the victim. I still had that thought in mind, and but for a short time I forgot about it. So somebody in a group chat I was in said, "Yeah, well, the detective died too." I thought, man, I forgot about that. How can I forget something? But that's the way it goes. Things start, time goes on, and you start forgetting faces and names and stuff like that, and forgetting events. New things come up, and that's just so focused on that. It's like, oh yeah, I remember that incident. How did I forget that? That's just the way it goes. And things you come false memory, something that you thought was true wasn't, comes back around, or something that you was true that you thought wasn't, or wasn't true you thought was, or whatever. I mean, it is true. It wasn't true. I thought it wasn't. I thought it was. So, and the bottom line is I don't know much. There's not much that I can say. If I think of something once in a while or something like that, I'll be on there and try to make a video and say, well, here's this. Here's a thought on Caitlin or whatever. I'm not going to forget her, but I don't know what to say. I just seriously don't. And I hate that because I like to bring recognition and bring justice. But I don't know what to say. And that's all I can do. But I'm still not going to forget. I'm not going anywhere, and I plan to. If I find out things in the future, I'll be like, hey, guess what? I heard this. Hopefully it's good news. But I'll do stuff like that. But as far as my channel goes, I'm not leaving my channel. I'll make more videos, be different things like I always was. So I'll be here. But as far as it goes, I'm gonna kind of try to stand back. It's for the better for me, for the better for others too, and try not to be so involved in groups because even when I've been able to remain silent for months, where everybody else was fighting like hell, eventually I did get involved. So now I give myself credit that I've remained silent for months because I didn't want involved, but eventually I did, and and that's an indicator, how much the others get to know each other. They don't get along either, and that's all there is to it. We don't get along. That's part of my thing here, all through history. If you look at history books, you go all through history, people have not got along. They've always fought, violence, killed, and everything else. I don't care what the left try to tell you. The left are stupid. That's all there is to it. I was going to show that, and still people. I shut down and show proof, and they're like, oh, every day. I deal with people on both sides every day. I look up sources and this and that, and they jump to conclusions like, well, if you just talk to the left wing, I do. It's not peaceful, like you said. There have been some that, but most of the time, I'm cussed all to pieces and threatened and everything else. That's what I usually get. Well, if you just look at right wing sources, no, I don't. I don't go to any sources. I see everything on here, and I look at specific things. Yes, I will research, but I don't watch Fox News. I don't watch CNN. I don't go to Alex Jones. I used to watch Alex Jones, but I don't watch Alex Jones anymore. Hell, everything that's going to happen, I'm going to see it online. Then something specific comes up, yes, I'll go start researching. But people are delusional. They jump to conclusions and try to use it against you. They don't even know what they're talking about. I see sources from stuff from both sides, but I am right wing. I am right wing. I'm not wrong wing. I'm right wing. Okay, and that's a historical fact. When you sit there and show them, here's the fact about it. There's been no. They want to do that to them. I say, well, it used to be no. I was, I said the read. I said the whole time there was no party switch. That's just another Democrat lie, trying to get people on their side. They're doing the same thing right now. What do you think's going on in the nation? How you get stupid people to sit there and say that they support black people and get them to destroy black lives? You can see it all over right now and see black people sit there saying these protesters come in there and destroy our businesses. Our lives are destroyed. We ain't got nothing. They burn out our businesses. We ain't getting no money. We're gone. Our homes are gone. Stuff like that. Well, it's very simple. You change the name KKK to BLM and everything. People are saying, "Oh no, they're not that because they call Black Lives Matter." That's what they're about. They're for Black Lives. No, you're just stupid. They're tricking you into supporting them and destroying Black lives by calling themselves Black Lives Matter because you're so stupid that you think that because they call themselves that that's what they are. You don't sit there and think, oh, they're calling themselves that as a secret way to actually get us to try to follow them. See, I'm smart, you're not. So they're falling for it. If you don't believe me, go research. You see all kinds of black people out there complaining about those protesters destroying their livelihoods. They've got nothing now. It's only everywhere. That's it. You know why? Because BLM is nothing but KKK with a name change. They're there right now on the side of the left, all that whole bunch working together, the pedophiles and every one of them, destroying black lives. That's what's going on. And you're so stupid that you say that you're for black lives and you're helping them out. That's what's going on.